Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is A House Divided, a rules overview. So it's just a short video to explain the rules of this game. It's the 1981 version from Game Designer Workshop, and it's a fun game. It's a simple game, but it's a fun game, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you think of the episode that we make of it. Make of it because we filmed it yesterday and I have to edit it yet. So, anyway, I already know how the game comes out. You don't. Haha. So, enough jabbering and let's get on with this. To the map. Okay, so here we're going to go with this example of play. This is directly from the rule book, so I'm just going to do exactly what it says. Infantry Piece A and the Cavalry Piece begin in Shreveport. Infantry Piece B begins in Vicksburg. 3 marches are used in this example. Okay, so the general idea of the game is that in each turn you roll a die and that's how many marches you get. Unless you get a 1, in which case you get 2 marches. That's your minimum, is 2 marches. Now, a march is any group of counters that starts in the same hex can start a march. And you finish one march before you start the next one. So, for instance, here we go. 3 marches are used in this example. The first march, Infantry A and the Cavalry move from Shreveport. The Cavalry move 2 boxes by road and railroad. So they move 1 box there by road and 1 more by railroad. That's the cavalry. To Vicksburg. Infantry A moves 1 box by road, its maximum, to Monroe. Alright, now, the second march, Infantry A moves 1 box by rail. It could have moved 2, so this guy moves, for the second march, 1 box to there. Now, that guy's taken part in 2 marches, 1 and 2. So he can't do any more. You can only take part in 2 marches per turn. And the third march, Infantry B and the Cavalry, that's these 2, may move from Vicksburg. Infantry A may not move, it has already participated in 2 marches. The Cavalry moves 2 hexes by river to Alexandria. That's 1, 2 by river. Infantry B moves 2 boxes by rail to Macomb. That goes 1 and 2. So there you go. Those are the 3 marches. And in those 3 marches, we move 3 pieces around, but that's not related. We moved all the pieces from this box. Then we moved one of the pieces from this, the only piece from this box. Then we moved 2 of the 3 pieces from this box, which was everything we could move because this guy had already moved 2. All right? Everything making sense there? All right. So the other things we got. A piece may move into a box containing enemy pieces, but must stop there. This precipitates a battle. We'll get to that in a second. There are several special forms of movement. Cavalry jump moves. Cavalry may move through a box containing enemy pieces. This is called a jump move. It can only make 1 jump move in a turn. It may not end a jump move in a box containing enemy pieces. It may not move through a box containing enemy cavalry. And it may not make a jump move if moving by river. Except, there is an exception to that. Union River jump moves. Any Union piece, including cavalry, may make a jump move if moving downriver. Alright, you can see there's little arrows on the map here that show what direction the rivers flow. The Union is allowed to make a jump move downriver. The Confederate may not make river jump moves, and the Union may not make them moving up a river. Okay? And river jump moves have the same restrictions as cavalry jump moves, except that pieces may move through boxes containing enemy cavalry. Now, we also have the Potomac River, which is over here somewheres. I'm upside down, so it's a little tricky for me to see here. And due to the presence of Union naval forces, Confederate pieces may never move on the Potomac River. That's this river here. Union naval moves, that's the other big kind of moves. The Union player, due to his naval superiority throughout the war, may make naval moves. Only the Union player may make these. Each piece moved by naval movement counts as one march. Each piece moved by naval movement counts as a march, so that's important. So moving 3 pieces by naval movement counts as 3 marches, even if they all started in the same box. Okay. To make a naval movement, a piece must start the turn in a port box. There are port boxes all along here. You know, where you'd expect ports to be on the water. If a piece moves by sea, it may not make any other moves in the turn. If the Union player rolls a 6 for his movement at the beginning of his turn, he may conduct a naval invasion that turn. A naval invasion is like any other naval move, except that pieces must start the turn in Washington and may move to any Confederate-owned port. If the port is empty, the Union takes it over. If there are Confederate pieces in the box, there must be a battle. Each piece moved in a naval invasion counts as a march. The Union player is not required to conduct an invasion when he rolls a 6, but it's a good idea to take the opportunity. You cannot save the chance for a later turn. Lastly, instead of moving, pieces may use their march to entrench. That's fairly straightforward. Battles. Basically, you take the pieces out of the box, line them up opposite each other, and fire at each other in a series of battle rounds. Both players fire in each round, but the defender always fires first. That's the defender could eliminate some attacking pieces before they could fire. Battle rounds continue until one player wins the battle, either by eliminating the entire enemy army or by forcing it to retreat. There are various modifiers for entrenchments, crack infantry, rivers. There's reinforcements from other boxes, and retreats. Cavalry withdrawal, and recovery, that's that. Promotions. After each battle is resolved, pieces may be promoted. Militia may be promoted to veterans, and veterans to crack. To promote a piece, remove it from the board and put a piece of the same type in the next higher quality in its place. Each time a player wins a battle, whether attacking or defending, he may immediately promote one of the pieces that participated. If in the promotion segment, the players whose turn it is may promote any one other piece. And then after all promotions are done, the player whose turn it is may recruit. Recruit 1, roll 1 die. This is the number of militia pieces not currently in play which may be returned to play. If a 1 is rolled, 2 pieces may be recruited. Infantry and cavalry may be recruited. Any militia piece may be placed in any friendly recruiting city the player owns, no more than 1 per city. Some friendly cities, if captured, become recruiting cities for the other side. Places like Louisville and Cairo. There's a couple of them around. I think, actually, those may be it. Oh, there's another one up here, too. Sorry, I can't read it. I'm upside down. What's it say, Cincinnati? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Maximum army size. This is the other last piece that's really important. The numbers in the recruiting cities are used to determine the maximum allowable size of a player's army. Sum of all numbered squares of the correct color are in all cities owned by a player is his army maximum. A player may not recruit more militia than necessary to bring him to his army maximum. However, if his army already exceeds the current maximum, he doesn't have to remove pieces. Maximum can be kept track of using the numbered scale on the map over here. Place a flag in the box corresponding to the player's initial army maximum. The Union starts the game with 12 militia infantry pieces. 12 more are initially unavailable. They don't enter play until drafted. and those happen in the April turns. Cities, capturing cities. Game length. Game may last for at most 40 turns from July 1861 to June 1865. Generally, the game will be shorter because one player will win before that time. And winning the game. For the Union player to win, he must simultaneously own every Confederate recruiting city with a recruiting value of 2 or 3. These cities are New Orleans, Mobile, Atlanta, Memphis, Charleston, Wilmington, and Richmond. When the Union player captures the last city, play stops immediately and the Union player wins. For the Confederate player to win, he must do one of 3 things. Capture Washington. If he does this, play stops and the Confederate player wins. 2. Capture enough recruiting cities and avoid losing enough to make his army maximum greater than the Union army maximum. If he does this, play stops immediately and the Confederate player wins. Or 3. Avoid a Union victory until the end of the game. If the Union player cannot win by the end of turn 40, the Confederate player automatically wins. Now there's also a page of optional rules, but we're not going to use those. We'll just play the basic game and see how that plays out. And actually we'll have played the game this morning by the time you see this. I'll actually be over there playing the game pretty much while this comes out. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll turn you back over to Editor Me now. Thank you. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode then. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to the game itself. I am. It's going to be fun to edit. I've played it now and it was fun. And we'll see how it goes when we put it up at the edit. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day and take care.